Hello. I'm Raymonda Verdyck, and I'm the chairperson, the president of deMens.nu, what is the umbrella organization of the liberal humanist associations. We bring together a lot of liberal humanist associations that are active in Flanders. And today I want to speak about this liberal humanism and what it means to us and what we are standing for. We have a baseline that says, think for yourself, take care of each other. And I find this a nice translation of what we are standing for as liberal humanists. I also always speak about three important principles we use within our associations. I will speak about freedom, about equality, and about freedom or liberty, equality, and fraternity or solidarity. Liberty is a very important principle for us. We believe that man as giving meaning for his own existence, that we give direction into and in our own lives, and that we can make our own choices. But for us, choices have to be based on a good foundation through scientific research and correct information gathering. In other words, we will not accept anything or everything we read or hear. Free research and knowing that doubt is allowed are our guides. We think that people who continue to question themselves, to try to find out what's going on, that they are well informed to make better choice, to take position within their own lives or to take position within the society. To be good informed, we think that it is important that people have free access to all resources of expression, of information. And freedom of expression and equal treatment of people and equal opportunities of education are important for this. But also the right of self-determination. People should be free to choose whether they want to remain pregnant or whether they want to go about the end of their lives. So freedom is very important and self-determination as well. But freedom is not unlimited. We don't find that we can do anything we want without taking into account the other persons. It is a well-known saying that my freedom ends where the freedom of others begins. And we are aware that what we do has an impact on others, that our acts influence the life of other people, but that it can also influence what is happening within society. And this awareness appeals to us. We can't stand on the sidelines, we can't be indifferent, and we may not look away. We have to commit ourselves to stand up for this freedom of expression, for respect for people, society, and environment. We also are in favor of democracy because we believe that this makes people able to live in freedom, that it makes people, gives the opportunity that people can speak up and that people can make their own choices. But we think that this freedom, and that's why we stand up for democracy as well, of choice must apply to everybody, to all people. We are committed to equality in rights. For us, everyone is equal and all people should have equal opportunities. We believe in equality of men and women. We believe that everybody should have the same opportunities in life and should be able to develop himself. That's why we take a lot of importance on education, because we believe that education is opening the door to people to be well informed, to emancipate themselves, to have become critical citizens who can decide for themselves, who are well informed and can be able to make their own choices. It gives also the opportunity to develop them within the society, to have access to work, to health, and to a better life in general. So people must have equal opportunities. And this brings me to the second part of our name, humanism, or as said, take care for each other. As human beings, we are social beings. And I always refer to the South African Ubuntu philosophy that says, I am because we are. Because even though we start from the fact that man is the giver of meaning, we feel connected to everybody, to other people. And it is the spirituality that is present in us. The humanism says that we are concerned about and for everybody and for fellow human beings. We have to support each other as we have the feeling to be part of a big family. We are socially involved in our small environment towards family, towards friends, towards colleagues, but also towards what's going on into the world. That's why we fight against poverty. That's why we come up for equal opportunities for everybody. That's why we are against racism, against separation and segregation. Living together is very important for us. Living together in respect with what other beings are, towards everybody, towards all the other opinions that live within society. Of course, in this way that everybody is respecting human rights and the achievements based on these human rights. We are often asked whether this is possible, as we are quite rationalists. We want to base ourselves on scientific research, on free research. We want to base ourselves on good information. But we are convinced that this way of looking towards life, to be rational, also means that we are good informed, and the fact that we are social beings, that we live together with other people, appeals to us and makes us that we feel a lot of empathy, that we feel implicated towards other people, and that we want to take care of them. We are, as philosophy, very optimistic. We believe in the idea of progress, and we have a lot of trust in human beings. Another question that is often asked is if we are Freemasons, because we use the same principles where I already told about liberty, equality, fraternity, are principles that are also used within the Freemasonry. The answer on this question is no. People do not have to be a Freemason to be a liberal humanist. As we share, of course, the same principles, you will find quite some Freemasons within our associations, within our organizations, but there are much more people who are not Freemasons that are participating in our organizations or that recognize our values as being those of themselves. So it is a different way. Freemasons are becoming members of Freemasonry because they engage themselves to work on themselves, to become a better person, to try to be a perfect person, and it's work for all their lives, so that they can become a better person, contributing to a better world, to a better environment in the global world. It isn't easy to get a member of it, because there is a kind of examination that is trying to sort out if people who want to enter in Freemasonry also share these three values of liberty, equality, and fraternity. But most important is if they also have some sense to work with rituals and with symbols, because symbols are a kind of handouts to help to develop yourself and to contribute to become a better person. So, as I said, you don't have to be a Freemason to call yourself a liberal humanist, but quite some Freemasons are participating within our organizations. So, this brings me to this community we stand for. We have a community in Belgium within the two parts of our country. We have the deMens.nu in the Flemish part of Belgium, and you have the Centre d'Action Laïque in the French-speaking part of our country. They both work on the same basis with the same principles. They defend the same values, but they are organized within the two regions we have in our country. We work with two groups within the society. On the one hand, you have people, as I already said, who feel or recognize themselves within the values we share about this liberty, equality, and fraternity, to think for yourself and to stand up for the other people, to take care of others, but who do not want to be organized. They don't want to be a member of one of the associations, but they are participating in activities organized by the associations we have. And they are, of course, very welcome. And what we hope in general is that they also stand up to let hear their voice, to engage themselves, to defend these values we stand for, and to let hear their voices when they participate within society. On the other hand, we have quite some organizations that work in the both parts of the country. deMens.nu, the Flemish part, is assembling 37 organizations on the southern part. They work with 27 of them that are really a very diverse group of associations. You have organizations who organize activities like debates or information sessions about certain issues we see in society, for instance, ethical issues, but also the way how you can look to education, how you can discuss about other things in life that are important. But the main thing is that we try to bring people together, to share experiences and to have a safe space where they can participate in. On the other hand, you have associations that are publishing that are editing publications where they spread the ideas we stand for. You have associations that really work on the ethical aspects in society. For instance, development of the medicines, medical research, and all the ethical questions that are raised up by this. You have also associations that express themselves by art. So it's really a wide diverse of different associations that you will find within our community and within our regions. On the other hand, we also have 35 houses of deMens.nu, where you will find counselors, moral counselors, who are giving support to people who have some difficulties within their life, for instance, after somebody has died within the family, after eventually a divorce, or just difficult periods in their life. You will find those people who will listen to them, who will support them within these difficult moments of life. But on the other hand, we of course share also these more pleasant moments, like when people are getting married or when you have the birth of a child. We have ceremonies for this to contribute to the nice moments in life as well. And what is very known are the feasts for those young people who are having the transition from being child to the more adult period of life, the feast of the Humanist youth that are assembling every year thousands of young children who will get the value of this period of their life, and where we share this nice moment with them. And also the Huizen van de Mens are contributing to these activities. They also make links with the associations working within their region, because we really want to become a really big family where all the differences and the variety of activities anyway brings people together, contributes to the living together, and make that people can see other people and can discuss and share a lot of experiences with them. As association, we are quite young, because the deMens.nu and the umbrella association of this liberal humanist organization was created in 1966, and on the southern part, the Centre d'Action Laïque, was created in 1969. Of course, we already had quite some associations working for the distribution of the values and the ideas we had as liberal humanists, but they were not organized within a kind of umbrella organization where we could bring them together, where we could meet each other, and where we could defend together the values and the principles we stand for. Also, the ideas are not so old as well. We talk about 16th century. I will not give a long history of it, where we still were dominated by the Catholic Church and some monarchs who were very authoritarian, who decided about everything of life of the people. And scientific research, but also quite some philosophers questioned this fact that others could decide about life of people, but also questioned the dogmatic way that was looked towards life. And this gave an evolution that at a certain moment the wish to have more this free liberal humanist thought of life was becoming more and more within the society, so that you had more and more people who grouped themselves around this idea. Even though we existed since 1966 as a really organization that regrouped those associations who worked around the values of liberal humanism, it took us until 1993 to be recognized by the government and by society as being a philosophy that can stand together with other cults and religions. And it even took us until 2002 to be really recognized by law. It was voted symbolically on the 21st of June of 2002. 21st of June, that is the World Day of International Liberal Humanism. And this means that we also got really the recognition on the one hand, but also the financement, so that we could really work on the expansion of our liberal humanist association. We were able to engage people. I already spoke about these consultants who work within the houses of deMens, but also within prisons, within the hospitals, and also in defense, to support people. So we were able to engage those persons, but also able, by the financement, to support the different associations and organizations who work for the liberal humanist society and community, so that they could be developed in a much better way. When we look up to the future, we see that quite some of our achievements are under pressure, actually. I spoke about the liberty of expression, the liberty to give direction to its own life, the autodetermination, when we see what is happening in the world surrounding us, we see that a lot of these achievements are under pressures, that we see in society that liberty of expression is under pressure, but also access to good information is getting more and more complicated in some parts of the world. That's why we really want to continue to defend this. We defend it. We are member also of the Humanist International, where we defend with all the organizations worldwide the human rights. We defend the liberty of expression. We defend liberty of self-determination and so on, so that really within the global world we can make people have access to a good life and can decide for themselves what they want to do with their life. But closer to us, it is important in the diverse society we live in that we really can learn to live together. I say learn to live together because this is also and remains a challenge to be able to have respect for the one and the other, to participate and to cooperate, regardless convictions and regardless the meanings and the opinions people have. That's why we find it very important to find each other, to discuss with each other. We will not share on everything the same ideas. When I spoke about abortion and I spoke about the determination of end of life, not everybody shares the same opinions and ideas about it, but we share a lot of other things. We really share the willing to have a good life for everybody, to fight against exclusion and poverty, and to try to live together in a respectful way so that every individual human being can have a good life in peace, and where we can live respectful together and try to learn to respect each other and to say that we can achieve a world where it is good living in.